De hecho, Leilani, yo quisiera comenzar preguntándole sobre hace algunos años cuando recién visualizaba pues tu carrera, todo el tema del cine para adultos. Hay algo que me pareció curioso que, si no estoy mal, tú empezaste haciendo videos con algunos colegas tuyos. No sé si hoy en día aún se siguen comunicando, por ejemplo, Fifi Fox, Aiden Valentine, y hicieron muchas historias de Family Casery. Entonces yo quisiera preguntarle sobre cómo ha visualizado como toda esta trayectoria hasta ahorita, tus videos que son un poco más, en el sentido como más en el sentido de trasfondo de historias y todo eso.
I know he said a lot of things, but I will sum it up. How do you see the evolution of the histories or like the background of the videos that of the work that you had made back in the early days? With I know that he mentioned some performers, and yes, in fact, I'm going to say it with the beginning with Aiden Valentine and Fifi Fox, and now the histories that you are doing now.
Well, when I started on a shoestring budget, very cheap camera. It was HD, but it was just a little handheld, tiny little thing. And just meeting a lot of different people. That is, I think, the best part about this industry is the amount of people that I meet of just all over the country. And that's fascinating. But so like Aiden Valentine, Fifi Fox, I met them they reached out to me to shoot. They were just starting out as far as working with other talent. I had been working with other talent from day one. So we worked together. We had a great chemistry, really liked their scene ideas, and it made my creative juices flow. So we worked together a lot. And then, well, things fell apart as far as them too. So everybody kind of went their separate ways and we all moved on. And as I meet new people, I see new people coming into the industry, I like to snag them and find out if there's somebody that I'd like to keep around for a while. It's just, there's so many different people, and I know I've tapped just a small fraction of the performers out there. So it'll be a lot of fun just constantly finding new people to shoot with. But along the way, we upgraded our equipment, upgraded camera, lighting, everything got upgraded over time. As the profits came in, then you put them back into your business and grow it, make it better. So that's basically all I've done, is just keep putting it back in for better equipment and things, and keep finding the talent to shoot with.
Bueno, Leilani, la razón no es para nada de controversia, solo que cuando uno visualizaba los videos, por ejemplo, hay varias actrices colegas tuyas y luego estás tú. Entonces llevas, o sea, bastante tiempo en la industria, y eso es bastante, pues, en todo este concepto de la industria del cine para adultos importante, porque si no estoy mal, eres como una de las actrices que no solo más tiempo lleva en la industria manteniendo su rol, o sea, siendo la autoridad, siendo cada día sin desprender del molde, sin cambiar los conceptos, siempre sigues el ritmo de tus historias. Entonces, te quiero preguntar cómo haces para mantener, por ejemplo, la autoridad en esas escenas, y también sobre cómo ha sido el concepto que tienes del cine para adultos desde que iniciaste hasta ahorita. ¿Qué cambios positivos ha tenido en ello?
What positive changes you had seen in this adult film industry? And yes, how do you keep like this, not body of work, but mentality of work, like this is who I am, this is me rolling the scenes, this is how I command or I do my things, keeping in this mold all this time that all the people say, oh, yes, that's Leilani. I recognize her.
When I first started this, I started as a cam model. And there's a lot of advice as far as to make a persona for online. I'm terrible at lying. Horrible. So I decided to be myself. And as I've grown in the industry, I've settled into myself, learned more about myself, and grown. I'm basically a submissive at heart. I was very shy as a young child. So as I've grown older, I've gained confidence and that shyness has gone away. Being a business owner and doing this, well, now I have to learn how to be a leader, a dominant person. That has come with time. I don't know if that I'm real comfortable with it still, but I found my dominant side. So that was cool. So I guess that's how everybody recognizes me, is just, I am who I am. Certain trades marks, my long hair, the gray hair, that's always a dead giveaway as to who I am.
And it's maybe because you remember back in these years when gray hair became like a tendency for young girls, but you got it amazing, better than all these young girls that died.
And it's all natural.
Awesome.
Also,
Awesome.
I forgot the first question.
No, Kitty, I had to you had to forgive me for sorry to interrupt you, but I had to say it. That gray hair is amazing. No,
Thank
you were
you.
talking about finding your dominance, your trademarks, like your gray hair. But
Mhm.
keep talking. What are your trademarks? Keep talking. You have to forgive me, but I have to say, if I don't compliment your gray hair, I will be feel terrible. No, it's you.
Aw, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm just sad that I had to cut it a little bit shorter. It's not on my ass anymore, but you know, age, your hair does funny things. So we work with what we have. I've always liked small, skimpy clothes. So this gives me a reason to have nothing but that in my closet. So that helps to always identify me off screen as well. Because a lot of what I do wear on screen, you will find me wearing off screen as well. So when I started in the industry, what I had watched in porn was all the big production companies. And to me, there wasn't a lot of realism in that. There wasn't a lot of natural sex to me. There wasn't they weren't showing the fun of sex, the enthusiasm of it. It was just kind of robotic in a sense. So that's how I decided what type of porn I wanted to film. I wanted to film something that was realistic. I wanted to show the fun and the excitement of sex. You know, that's just kind of what I do. I keep it simple.
But you keep it great. And I don't feel bad now for telling you that, because this interview is going so natural. And that's why we love for you. Yes, you keep it simple, natural, straight face. John, continúa, y sí, que entrevista tan bella. John, más te va a decir, súbela cuanto antes. Continúa.
de hecho, bueno, el dato, como yo te lo decía en los comentarios, también se lo digo a Leilani. Hace algunos años, por ahí en el 2009, en el 2010, si no estoy mal, estuve buscando todo el día de pronto la encuesta o algo, pero no la pude encontrar. Pero sí te lo digo, no solo como gran admirador de su trabajo, que hicieron una encuesta entre cuáles son de las actrices en la sección de Gran Milf más bellas, y y fuiste Leilani. Entonces quiero preguntarte sobre el poder entender de que muchos fanáticos de los que votaron, la mayoría son de Latinoamérica. Y también te pregunto, yo he visualizado alguna entrevista que dices que te gusta la naturaleza. ¿Alguna vez deseas de pronto dirigir alguna historia referente a lo que ves en el fondo, la naturaleza y todos esos paisajes?
Qué buena pregunta. That's a great question. Great two questions from John. Okay, he was trying to find the found because but like 10 years he read like a poll on what are the most sexy and beautiful actresses in your category, and people voted for you. And it's crazy because all the most of the voters are us, the Latinos. Yes, we love you. And so what do you think about this, like this love that all your fans got to you, but mostly the Latino people? And two, this is a great question from John. We know that you love nature. Do you want to direct something that has to do not only with the action, with the sets, but we enjoying nature? I don't know, a porn movie or a movie, a short film, something. I know there are two crazy questions, but go ahead.
I've been asked to audition for several movies that were not porn. You know, amateur movies, independent producers. Although one was very big and became very big, but for
Wow, we can know or not.
Well, the others I don't really know a lot about the movies that I was asked to do. But everybody likes my normal my acting, and they want me to act more. So I try to get that more into my porn videos. Here in the US, there's a lot of regulation with doing non-porn.
Yes.
Way more so than in the porn world, which is crazy. But so for me, it wasn't worth it. I got paid a lot less. I had to pay all my expenses, whereas I typically don't in porn. And for a chance, for an audition, it wasn't even definite. Plus, I have to join this union just so I can, nah. So there's a series out. Oh gosh, let's see if I can remember the name of it. It's so popular out here, but I've never watched it. It has to do with bikers.
Hay oración, John, una serie muy popular que tiene que ver con motociclistas. Ella
¿Con los
tiene que,
qué?
pero con motociclistas, ella creo que la pidieron que audicionara para eso.
Oh,
La tengo en la punta de la lengua. We don't remember it, but we know what series is, but we don't remember. Go ahead, go ahead.
Right. So they had the original series and they have a new one now. The Mayans is the new one, I think. Anyway, so their new one, they asked me to be an extra because I've done like I grew up around bikers in my teen years. So I have all the leather and the chaps and the jacket and all that stuff. And I've done videos in that. And so they thought that I would be a good fit to play a mature woman biker as a wife of one of the bikers and just kind of be there. And I thought, what an awesome opportunity. But again, it was way over on the other side of the country. I had to pay to get there, no guarantees. And yeah. And then it became a very popular series itself, of course, which I figured it would. But I have realized that pretty much all of South America, the Latinos, I'm very popular there. Who knew? So that was a very nice surprise that I'm not just in the US. I'm finding that multiple countries, I'm kind of popular. So that's really cool that many years ago, I already made a list.
No,
I was just starting.
And not kind of popular, very, very popular. Is it Sons of Anarchy?
Anarchy, that's it. Yes.
Wow.
wow.
Yes.
John, I will translate that part. John, a ella le han ofrecido bastantes papeles digamos, en producciones pequeñas, pero una de esas fue en Sons of Anarchy. Ella la
Oh,
rechazó no porque, sino porque ella dice que le pagan menos, obviamente, que lo que le pagan en la industria, pero que esa fue una de las series, ella se vino a dar cuenta de lo popular, pero le diré que de parte nuestra, nosotros la contrataríamos, pero, but yeah, I kind of understand the directors, the movie directors, because you got the loot, and it's great. I mean, if we got all the money, we will hire you for do a movie like a biker. You got the looks, you got the attitude. But wow, that's a great. Thank you for sharing us
Oh, yeah.
that great data.
I
John,
mean, I was
exclusive
very
review.
honored to get the audition offer. I mean, I was very honored. I was like, oh my God, me? Me? Oh, how exciting. But I just, it came at a very bad time financially, and I just didn't have the money to waste and spend on a maybe.
No, it's okay, but that's a great. John, qué gran dato. Continúa.
sí, de hecho, le felicitamos por eso, por darnos esa curiosidad. También es importante resaltarle que ella muy bien las historias que ha realizado siempre se ha destacado en, o sea, ser natural, muy espontánea en eso. Entonces yo quisiera preguntarle sobre, bueno, ¿cuáles son de pronto las experiencias más significativas que ha tenido como en la industria, por ejemplo, en el 2012 que ganó un premio a mejor actriz y obviamente ha sido nominada en algunas ocasiones? Entonces, siempre me ha causado curiosidad sobre el poder recordar aquella etapa de poder visibilizar su gran trabajo, sino cuál sería de pronto ese, como esa tradición que siempre he tenido de que, o sea, siempre tiene una aura siempre encantadora en el sentido de que, o sea, todas las escenas son good.
Pocas palabras. No tanto la escena que más recuerdes, sino digamos cómo esa etapa de los premios llevó a que generas aura.
Exacto.
Okay, that's a great question. We know that you won an award back in 2012, and you have been nominated for many awards. We are going to ask about the scenes of the awards, but how these moments, yes, help to generate this aura, because we know that for winning these awards or getting nominated is more than just doing the scene. That there are more elements. So yes, tell us about not only the words, but the aura that you got as a person, and the energy. Why do you think that? Oh yes, you deserve that award, you deserve that nomination. Tell us.
Well, I'm going to confess something here. For me, awards don't really mean anything. The ones that I was nominated for, I know that more than half of them were political because of who the producer was. So it was just because of who the producer was is why they got nominated. It wasn't so much for what we did in the video or what we, accomplished during that time that we were shooting it. It was just who the producer was. But those movies, the nursing home series, those were all the ones that I got nominated for, as well as I believe one of the Devil's films. They did a mature series. I forget the name of it. That's so bad.
No, don't worry. Pat, I will ask John. John, ¿cómo se llama la serie ella de los demonios, The Devils?
De los
¿La
demonios.
recuerdas? Porque está la de nursing, tú sabes, la enfermería, pero está una como unos demonios que es basada en otra serie.
Oh,
John is helping me to remember, but go ahead.
Anyway,
don't worry.
so,
Anyway.
but that one was more of a surprise for me because the producer's been around for a while. It wasn't like he was new trying to prove himself. So, why would he be getting an award? So I think that was more for the way he shot it, and the collective talent that he put together on that particular DVD. Because it was the amateurs and pretty much all of us, you know, several of us, that have been making a mark. We're amateur, but we've been noticed because of our age, because there aren't too many our age doing this. So, you know, that's unique in itself. And I kind of very proud of that.
Yes.
So, and we're also different. You know, the group around my age, we're all very different, but it's a lot of fun when we can work together. So aside from those, the nursing home ones, those were all filmed within a weekend, all three of them. All of us girls and the producers and the assistants, you know, were basically staying at one house, and the guys would come over for their day of filming, and we just shot all these movies one day after another. So that was a lot of fun, just being all together like that instead of just on set that one day, because you get to have time to just hang out and get that chemistry going a little bit, you know, in the evenings, and just get to have fun with each other. So that was a really fun project to do. And, you know, okay, so I got nominated and I get to claim that, but
But we need to clap you because when you say that you feel proud of what you do, and there are no many doing it, I will say it in Spanish. John, tenemos que aplaudirla por la respuesta. Dice que se siente orgullosa de lo que está haciendo y obviamente. Wow. John, lo que tú quieras.
Bueno, yo le hago la pregunta como le hicimos a nuestra querida colega anteriormente, pero hay otra que sí me tiene con bastante curiosidad. Bueno, el gran tipo de audiencia que ella está es impresionante, y no solo eso, que ella ha podido, o sea, mantener la oportunidad de darle más oportunidades a los nuevos talentos, pero no solo eso, siempre me ha causado curiosidad que en los videos de ella siempre tiene una ocasión de la vestimenta que ella utiliza, de pronto para quedarle bien para edición y todo. Entonces yo quise preguntarle si o sea, todo el equipamiento y todo, ella misma lo decide, bajo qué perspectiva de pronto, o sea, algún personaje o algo que le ha caracterizado, que haya podido aprender durante todo este tiempo de la industria, y también cómo se define ella en una palabra.
Three short questions as a final. First, we know, but we want to know more because, yes, you say that you always bring the loot, the biker loot, but you got a lot of different loots in your movies. You always bring that ideas? Two, with all the people that you had worked and also the people maybe you had met or you had seen in other projects, there are one like you say, he inspired me, or not only inspired me, but yes, that's a great idea. I think that I will, or that's a great acting. I think I feel like motivated seeing that or acting with this person. And how do you define yourself in one word?
that's a tough one right there, that last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to that one. Remind me the first question.
Okay. About the loots, all the loots that you got in your movies, you decided all?
Pretty much. Not always. See, when I came into this industry, I was asked over and over and over and over and over again, play mom, play stepmom, play stepgrandma, play auntie, play, you know. Well, I had to come up with a slightly different look for that, so I just kind of changed the clothes a little bit. And years later, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to wear whatever I'm going to wear, and I just am who I am. So, yeah, I try to fit into the role that I'm going to be playing to a certain degree, whether that means changing my hair a little bit or changing the style of dress that I wear. The nursing home orgies videos, we were told to go out to, you know, the Goodwills or whatever and just get some granny clothes and pajamas and things like this, right? And it's like, I don't even know really how to classify what those kind of clothes are. So we all did buy a couple of things. And then once we got there and the producer saw us, he's like, yeah, that idea is not going to work.
Yes.
What else did you bring? So we all tried to get more conservative clothes. You know, when you're trying to play that older role, you want to kind of make it more conservative, older looking. And then still trying to think of one word. And the second question. Oh, as far as who's inspired me. As far as ideas, it's not always my ideas. A lot of times it is, because a lot of times I'm working with somebody who's new. They haven't thought about the possibility of coming up with ideas for a scene. So for the most part, I do. There have been some I've worked with that are just phenomenally creative with scene ideas. Fifi Fox, Aiden Valentine, those two take the cake. They were the most creative minds that I know. But there's been a few others that have come along. Not that I can think of who it is right now. I met somebody early on in my career. She's considered the fetish queen, or at least around in this parts. And by the time I worked with her, I had maybe 2 years experience filming. She had already been doing it for a good 15. And granted, she was 20 years younger than me, but she'd already been doing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. And scene ideas, I didn't know. Well, she's done everything. She can't think of scene ideas anymore. She's literally done everything. I'm like thinking to myself, how in the world could that be? How do you not? And she didn't remember everybody that she's worked with. She didn't remember all of her scenes. I'm like, how do you get to that point? Well, it doesn't take a lot. I have reached that point and moved beyond. And it's like, yeah, wow, I know a lot of people. But I have met others that their acting abilities are just fabulous, or they're just very unique in their own way. They're not what you would expect. Because some of the guys, you know, you think they're very manly, very brutish, and very rawr, you know. No, a lot of them are such teddy bears. The ones that you think are going to be the biggest manly man and just going to be very dominant and just, and they're such teddy bears. Such teddy bears. They're adorable. I'm working with one guy right now that is just fabulous with every aspect of the industry. And he hasn't been around but a few years. And he's just very natural at it. And so I work with people like that as much as I possibly can, because I think the chemistry is fabulous, because I think they have great acting skills. So that's why you see that a lot of the same people over and over that I work with. But I figure, well, as long as we keep it different every scene, it should be all right. Because I think back to how it originally was when it first started back in the 80s, 70s. It was a very small group of people that produced a ton of different videos, movies, and everything. So if it was good enough back then, why isn't it now? One word. Hippie.
Oh, yes, but really gorgeous. Yes, and
it just encompasses pretty much everything about me.
Yes.
So as far as how to find me, theleilani.com. It's a link page that will lead you to everywhere that I am. to my membership site, my video store site, my everything.
And the big hi to wherever you want the channel, your friends, Colombia. Go ahead.
Shout out to all of South America and all my fans there because y'all rock. I had no idea I was so popular down there. And thank you especially to Colombia, to Jhon, and to Andres. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And in fact, we hope that you, this is a joke. We hope that your popularity get that this channel really explodes because yes, you are so popular. So it will help us. No, you're always welcome. We are going to take a picture so we can share to the social media. So give us that beautiful smile or beautiful looks. Gorgeous.
Thank you. If it wasn't for my fans, I wouldn't be here.
Oh,
And I tell John that upload this interview as soon as possible. ¿Cierto, John? Súbela lo antes posible.
sí, y te voy a enviar una copia para que la tengas y la compartan donde quieras.
And yes, John will send you also a copy for you so you can share it wherever you want.
Thank you. Yes, please do send the link so I can share it and put it on my link page too.
As soon as possible.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much. You are
Gracias,
welcome.
Leilani, por la oportunidad. Good night.
Gracias. Good night.
Good
Yes.
Bye.
Mwah.